are, and welcome to the best of 2025 edition of the Friday Night Movie Podcast. This is where Lily, Becky, and I get together and we talk about mostly our favorite things of the year, the best stuff of the year, but we will talk a little bit at the end about things we hated, or things that we found very disappointing for those who like the negative stuff.
I like to frame it not as things I hated or disappointed as. It's things that were like almost good.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
like
we'll
you were almost good, but you didn't quite stick the landing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
that's what.
Yeah, I think we'll get to them. I have a couple of things I hated, so we'll talk about those. But Lily and Becky, you're on vacation right now together in Oaxaca, Mexico. We have a special found snacks that we'll be releasing at some point, either before or after this episode. I'm very proud of you both.
I give Becky all the credit because I'm not often at the found snacks, because I don't just film myself eating Spanish snacks by myself. Right? It's always you guys doing these found snacks. It's like Becky and I travel a lot together. It's so dumb that we haven't thought of this before, but Becky, thank God, was like, we're standing at the supermarket together, if you could call it that. I think it was also maybe a pharmacy. I don't know.
It was a convenience store.
A convenience store, but they sold lots of wine. Anyways, we're standing at the store and there's all these snacks that we've never heard of. And Becky's just standing there and she's like, damn, there's a wide range of snacks.
And let me tell you, other people would come to Oaxaca and do a found snacks where you're eating like crickets and worms and chilies.
There's a lot of crickets and
not
worms.
Us.
No, we were like, what is the most processed sugary thing we could find? Also, Becky was like, none of these are spicy, so Lily can participate. It's all like
true.
the dessert.
When I went to the supermarket, everything
has chili. It's all spicy. Right. The other found snacks we did was spicy. So this was
Lily.
And I'm not brave enough to do the crickets,
Lily,
the crickets and the
just
worms.
Get ready, because when we go to Sundance, the three of us, if there's like a little bit of downtime, I will be pulling out my phone and we will be doing found snacks. There will
in
be
Utah.
No
Sign me up. I feel like it's going to be really good potato chips. I'm here for that.
I think you're mixing up Utah with Idaho.
Idaho? Oh, I don't know whatever is in Utah, I'll eat it.
A million delicious things in Park City.
The best thing I've ever eaten in my life was a grilled cheese in Utah once. So
we should just go do that. We'll go have
have my grilled cheese of all time.
We could.
But I have to say, Oaxaca, the found snacks is pretty funny, but the food here is amazing. Like I have to say. Like the found snacks was not successful, but the actual food in the restaurants is double chef's kiss.
And this is going to be actually a well-organized episode because unlike last episode where really the tequila did the driving, we have an outline.
I'm so embarrassed about that episode. I feel like that's going to go down in the books as one of our...
It's a chaos monster. Now, that being said, this one has an outline and we're going to stick to it. And let's go with, and some of the categories I put in and I gave answers to, and some of the categories you guys put in and I might not have an answer to, or one of us might throw in. But let's just start from the top here with what's your new movie award? This has to be a movie that came out in wide release or a movie that you saw in a festival, but either way, people began to see it in 2025. And so I had to go back through my letterboxd and see and be very precise here. And I'll start and get us going. This movie, Colne 75, directed by Ido Fluke and executive produced by a friend of ours, Lillian LaSalle, and a whole bunch of other people were involved in making it. It is, and I love a good music movie. In a year where there was a biopic of Lily said of a great American songwriter in Springsteen.
Biopic.
This is the best music movie I saw all year. One of the best I've
And you
ever
haven't seen the Springsteen movie, but I can promise you that this is better.
That's true. I haven't seen the Springsteen movie, but
did we see the Bob Dylan movie this year?
That was last year.
But
this is one of the best music movies I've ever seen, and I'll admit here it's about the recording of Keith Jarrett's famous Colne Cologne concert in 1975, which went on to be the biggest selling jazz album of all time. Not an album I'm super familiar with or knew a ton of. If you had asked me what the famous most selling jazz album of all time or single artist was, I would have said Kind of Blue. by Miles Davis. I would assume that was it.
It's a
And
great.
so this was not something where I knew a ton about the music going into it, but it is so exciting and fun and inspiring. And rather than focus on the brooding artist, of which there is some good brooding artist in it, and some great performances, it's really about this young woman behind the scenes. It has that almost famous kind of feel to it. And it's mostly in German, although it's also in English a little bit. And I thought it was amazing. And then there's another favorite, but I know you all are going to mention it, and it's one I've mentioned 100 times, so I won't mention that one. I'll just join in later. And then I want to see one of the most amazing experiences I had was seeing The Testament of Anne Lee at the Woodstock Film Festival. That just blew me. I still think
I
about
think
how
we could just
emotional I got
like
throughout that
talk because
experience.
it's coming out. It came out already, right? It came on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
good.
out right
People
now.
should
That's
see it on
something
the big
that's
screen.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I really I don't mean to interrupt you, but I feel like we just should pause for a second now
No,
that people
please
can
interrupt.
see that. Now that people can see that movie, I really think that it is an experience. Like I don't
It's
think
so
you can
moving.
say like yes, I liked it, but that's just like not. I read a review the other day that it was like watching somebody make the thing that they set out to make, and it's a cinematic experience. And like they weren't saying if they liked it or not, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? The review was so perfect because it was very much like go and see it and decide for
Like this
yourself, but
is,
you're not going to
it's
see
gonna
anything like
sound,
this.
it's gonna sound so pretentious, but it really does feel like you are engaging with a piece of art. It's not a
No, yeah,
regular movie. It's not just like watching a regular narrative. You are
I agree.
seeing
I
something
really agree.
unfold with this movement and this storytelling
Is
that's
it a
just kind of
perfect
like,
movie? No, it's not a perfect movie. I like
it's
like
not
we're not.
about that.
It's not
It's
about
something
that though.
totally
Yeah.
different.
And I
It's
think that
totally
like
different
you
and
should
wild.
go
And
see it so you can join the conversation because I think
Yeah.
it warrants a
There's a
conversation.
lot of other movies that have been hyped in the last couple of years that are not close to as cool an
yeah,
experience as seeing this.
right.
And
I feel like
we'll
you
get
know that the expression when you go see something, you're like, I want those 2 hours of my life back. You know,
Mm.
this watching Anne Lee or whatever the runtime is, it felt like hours of my life well spent, hours of my life that have now enriched me.
yeah,
That's a
epic.
good
And
way
the
to.
music is amazing. Like I can't wait to
Incredible.
listen to that soundtrack. And that also directed by Mona Fassfeld, produced by Lillian LaSalle, who's an EP on Column 75, and executive produced by our dear friend David Kaplan. And then I have a whole bunch of movies that I've talked about like all year that are all coming out next year, but I'm gonna just hold. I'll look for an opportunity to talk about them another time. But we saw a million great movies in the festival world this year. So, Becky, over to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna add to the list of some of the favorite things I've seen. I already talked about. Oh no, did I? I didn't talk about adult children.
I mean,
Adult
we all talked
children.
about adult children
Adult
all
children a
year. That
lot.
is
All
my
year,
favorite
yeah.
movie of the year. It's
That's
too.
really because
all
like
time
again because like favorite. When I talk about like favorite, it's one that lives in my heart. It's one that I have watched multiple times and I'm going to rewatch, and I cannot wait to have it in my collection because I want to live and be with those characters all the time, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
But
Agreed.
there's a couple of favorite shorts that I have at South by. We saw this really cool documentary short called Tiger, about the Tiger T-shirt company. And I thought that was just a really special documentary. Again, experience not told, not shot or told like a typical talking head or observational doc. It was more impressionistic, a little bit more poetic in its storytelling, and it's beautiful. And then I on the sort of very other end of the spectrum of short films, very very different from Tiger, is another festival short. Again, is it available on YouTube now? I'm
It
not
is
sure.
available on YouTube.
Is Frankenbabes Beyond the Grave, which I don't know if it's fair to cite something that we
We are executive
are
producers on it.
credited
I
on,
describe it as. I
but to be
describe
fair,
it as-
we had nothing to do with the creative.
I mean, we
So,
watched some of it get created, but this is all from the brilliant mind of Andrew Bowser, and it's hilarious and awesome, and it won
It's
audience
just like,
awards all over the place. I feel lucky we got to be involved in that crazy movie. It's awesome.
yeah.
It is. Yeah, don't watch it with your kids, but it's very funny, and I think it carries a good message about body autonomy.
Agree. All
Right.
right. Lil, what are you adding to the list?
Because I think everyone's agreeing about everything we've said.
yeah. So you okay. So you guys are, where did you leave off? You're still on Net Best New Movies? Because I feel like we've jumped around.
Should we keep going?
I really enjoyed Mickey 17. I feel like that's one that maybe you guys hadn't seen.
I saw Mickey 17. I really liked it.
I really liked it, and it was surprising and that I didn't know if I would like it that much. I like that director because I did like Parasite, but I don't know if I would like all his movies. I did enjoy it a lot. I thought
Is it like Parasite? Because I like Parasite,
not at all.
I never
not at all.
it.
It's not at all like Parasite. It's much more heartfelt and like goofy.
Oh,
it's
like
a fifth element to it. If you love Pattinson, you will love. There's 17 Pattinsons.
I love any non-Twilight Pattinson. Like, I mean, I have nothing.
I'm interested in Pattinson, but I did not like the Pattinson. So,
I love Pattinson.
I love everything Pattinson does.
You will like this in particular. Then, I would say
because there's like 17 of him, right?
Yeah, I would say for me,
I really
the only shortcoming of it, which it's not that I wouldn't rewatch it, I just might skip over certain parts of it, is that where Toni Collette is fabulous and amazing and totally insane and playing like her best crazy Toni Collette, I found Mark Ruffalo to be impossibly boring.
I deleted him out of the movie in my mind. He's deleted, but I do love when he plays a bad guy because
I like that he plays a bad guy, but I
deleted him from my mind that he was in the movie. She's excellent.
Flat. She's excellent.
She's excellent.
And yeah,
Pattinson's great. I like the ending. I don't know. That's something that I was surprised at that I watched this year that I was like, huh. So I'll add that too because your list, I agree with obviously everything on your list.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. You know which one I want to add?
Mm-hmm.
I want to add Weapons. I don't know if I like personally.
I also wrote. Did I say Sinners? Oh, because I also wanted to add Sinners. I really like Sinners.
So those are the two of the big like horror quote unquote movies that I saw this year that were like very mainstream famous. And I think I liked. I don't know if it's controversial to say this. I think I liked Weapons more. Like I've thought about.
I don't think that's controversial.
A lot of people like Weapons. I like Sinners a lot. I like that a lot.
I loved, both of them had a not explaining everything to death element to them that I really enjoyed and not having to over logic everything. Right. And I think feel like made them both scarier.
I feel like we got to get into some specifics here.
About each movie?
No, like next categories.
Move on, next categories.
Okay. All right. New TV shows. Did anyone watch any? Yeah. So I don't know if there's.
Well, you said new TV show awards has to be an episode that aired. Oh, I did. Okay, so I actually picked specific favorite episodes.
Sure,
for shows.
That's good too.
For sure was The Pit. That was my absolute top favorite new show. And the Shma episode, I forget which one it is, like episode 12 or 14 or 15,
it's 14.
Whatever.
I think it's 14. We had talked about it on an episode. And I didn't pick an episode because I picked a one-off miniseries. I feel like that counts as like a whole episode.
Yeah.
Which was Apple Cider Vinegar.
Oh,
I couldn't get through the first episode of that show.
That's one of my favorites of the year.
That show, like, it stays with me. Like, I've thought about that show so many times.
3/4 of the way through and found it so depressing, I turned it off. Of the first episode. I found it
depressing but captivating. Like, because it's cultish. There's like a cultish element to it.
With my elder daughter, who loves these kind of like scandal documentaries.
Yeah,
so we watched that together. And then the whole family
like fraud,
the miniseries together. And Caitlin Dever and
amazing.
That are off the charts.
Wait, is she like not Australian?
I don't think she's Australian. I think she just killed that. I think she did a great job.
Her biggest her first big thing was
It's
being in
Booksmart.
Justified.
And
No,
Booksmart made her.
Justified though.
I know
But that's way
Justified, but then
before that.
Booksmart made her famous. But Justified, she's amazing.
But
Um,
I don't
Justified
know,
is
but
like
she did I don't know. I'm not Australian. I can't speak on her accent, but
and
I thought
it's
it sounded
not.
good.
I misread the whatever
Rick
the
Lawrence,
category.
whatever
So
answer
not
you
fa-
want.
but I will say second to the pit and that episode of the pit. My next favorite episode of TV this year. Granted, I haven't seen part 2 of the final season of Stranger Things, but the last episode of part 1
It
is
was
one of my
very
favorite
good.
episodes of TV this year.
Okay, but
The
that goes
last
in a
episode of
different
part 1.
category.
Gonna
That's
have
a
to
different
force myself
category.
to get through
Was
that.
a different category?
That's a different category. It's old new shows coming back. So I
No,
prepared
but
that category.
that's
That's a
favorite
different
episode.
category. Okay, well,
No, but
you're
Becky
in
made
the
up a
wrong
new
category.
category, which is favorite episodes. I think those
But
are good examples of favorite episodes.
yeah, but I have something for that category because that's a different
I've
category.
I've had a hard time being like super into shows this year, but I am very captivated by, although it's like hard to watch because of how it makes you feel. I am captivated by The Chair Company on HBO.
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. Ooh, let me
strangest,
download that for the flight
most
home.
mind-bending
And
things I've ever seen.
and I put this in worst category, but now I'm switching it. Pluribus, I'm like hate watching. So I was in my worst category, but I'm hate watching it. But then I talked to a bunch of people about it and they gave me their theories. And I was like, ooh, such good theories. I feel like the theories are better than the show. But then I'm like, well, then the show has to be good if people are coming up with such cool theories. And so now I want to watch to see if one of my friends' theories is right. Cause I'm like, that's a really good theory. So I guess it's a new show that I like, but is it weird that I like talking about it more than I like watching it? I hate watch it.
Yeah.
So.
That's how the whole younger generation watches shows.
That's how they watch
TV.
shows.
That's
That's the problem. They're not making good stuff now.
So we'll see. Well, I'll let you. The jury's out. I have not seen it.
Okay.
Well, this whole notion that they're making stuff that people can watch while they're on their phones is kind of insane because people will watch things no matter what, whether they can.
I
on their
don't
phone.
enjoy that. I don't know what that is. I don't like
That's
that.
where just things.
It's like everything becomes a Christmas movie, like a Hallmark movie.
I'll say this.
No, this is a high quality show. I just don't know if I like it.
Chair Company is like a mix for me between Pie and Severance. Like it's so uncomfortable.
That's a weird. That's not a good sell.
Tim Robinson is amazing in it, and I have to sometimes re-watch scenes because I'm like, "What's happening? This is so crazy." So, anyways, I like.
Okay. All right. So. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now let's performance.
Let's talk performance of the year.
For sure. For me, granted. Amanda Seyfried.
Amanda Seyfried.
Lee.
Yeah,
I think we all agree.
That's the most amazing performance.
Everything else was an honorable mention after that, but Amanda Seyfried and Ann Lee for sure.
I haven't seen Hamnet. I want to see Hamnet.
I know everyone's talking about that. But...
I want to, and Jessie Buckley, it might get it, but I haven't seen that, so I can't talk on that performance. And she's an amazing actress, but I really hope like that Amanda Seyfried's truly in the running because if it doesn't go to Jessie Buckley, I hope she gets it. So
after that, my honorable mentions are the entire cast from Dead Lover, because that is one of the weirdest movies I have ever experienced in my life. And I cannot believe those 4 people did the things that they did to make that. And it's not even that it's the best, it's that it's like the most commitment, the most
and
absolute insane commitment. It's wild. And then let's not forget, this year we saw the final season of Righteous Gemstones, and I think in particular Walton Goggins as Baby Billy was just off the charts funny and strange and weird and amazing, and
he's having quite the year. I mean, White Lotus does not appear on any of our lists, which is odd because like it's a favorite of ours, but I do think we have to. I have to mention that
season upset me so much that it's hard for me to like.
I think the season upset a lot of people. I do enjoy the Goggins of it all. Like I love this, like that he's having a huge moment.
Yeah, but I would say him in Righteous Gemstones is more interesting to watch for me.
Baby
but
Billy
which oddly is not what made him like as famous, though. I think the White Lotus really blew him up.
The other one I want to talk about is one that I really loved and I saw with mom and dad, and I've seen a couple of times on the big screen on the festival runs. Katie Aselton in Magic Hour.
Beautiful.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, beautiful. I sobbed through that movie.
because
with
it's a
Rachel.
beautiful.
I was just
It's a
sitting next to
great.
Rachel crying. She
It's a
was crying
great.
too.
It's
We
a
both
great
were
movie
crying.
about love, and
Oh,
there's really only a
it's
couple people in it.
beautiful.
It's mostly Katie, and then I've now watched a few different things from different times in her career. I've gone back. I watched Puffy Chair.
The chair.
I watched Black Rock. And now I watched a Magic Hour, and I feel like she has this beautiful way of capturing these different like ages of your life or periods of your life. And like the Puffy Chair is about that relationship you're probably not supposed to be in, and the Magic Hour, which I realized that was the Duplass, but she was obviously intimately involved in creating Puffy Chair. And I watched Freebie also, which is early marriage issues. This one is about like, what if you have that true love and you aren't able to live the life that you had planned together, and she just explodes your heart in that movie. And so I think that's a great performance as well. All right, now we saw a lot of movies in the theater. We saw a lot of them together, I think. And I would say, building off Becky's comment about the best cast, seeing Dead Lover at Sundance in a crowd full of people, I'm sure most of the people had no idea what they were going to see, but they just read the description about the stinky gravedigger and how wild and crazy
Is
that
there
crowd
anywhere to see
was.
this movie or no?
I
It's
I
not.
It will
don't
be soon,
know.
eventually. It's
I
It
doing
will
some
be.
other stuff still.
genuinely don't know how else you see that other than at midnight in a big crowd of people, because
They
it
do scratch and
requires
sniff. They do scratch and sniff screenings. Like they give out. It's so awesome and crazy. I love it.
Lily,
I can't wait.
I think, like, the thing about seeing it in a crowd is that you have many, many moments in the movie where you're gonna like audibly groan and like physically need to move around in your chair because you're just like so uncomfortable from
Like,
what
what is
you're
that
seeing and
giant finger
experience.
doing?
Right. And when you're with a crowd of people and everyone is experiencing that together, you're like, oh, I'm not crazy. We're all having fun being this grossed out. But I think if you watch it alone in your living room, you might have to watch it in like shorter stints because it's
Uh,
intense.
I really, yeah, but that was such a great theater experience, and a
It was a
reminder
great
that
theater.
people should go see movies in the movie theater if they
That's
want
a
movies to
theatrical
still exist.
experience. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Mine is not a theatrical. Well, I mentioned F1 with Becky, which was so fun because I don't go to the movies a lot. I'm going to be in the US for a few days before I go back home, and I'm trying to figure out what I can go see. Should it be Avatar? Should I go see Avatar?
I'll go. Do you want me to go with you?
Do you want to come to Philly
Should
just to
I?
see it with
I'll come
me?
to Philly and we'll go see it together.
I see Avatar once, each movie
With
once.
Becky.
I've
With
seen each
Becky.
movie once in my life.
I'll say
I
this.
need
I only ever want to see Dune with Becky. I'm not
I need
interested
like
otherwise.
two to three theatrical viewings of each
I mean, I loved
Avatar
it.
at least.
I also, okay, this is a little self-referential, but
Oh,
the three of
floaters.
us sitting together,
To,
I
to
guess we're
watching
going to
our
talk about
movie.
sibling watching our movie. That was, well, I don't know if the first time was the best time because that was
No,
nerve-wracking.
for me it was actually a Woodstock was the best experience watching it together.
Yeah,
That was the most
now,
fun.
by then I knew like what to expect and that,
I would
like
say the
I could
first time
really
the
settle
first
into it together.
the premiere was the first time I had seen it in a theater with other people. So that to me will always go down is one of the greatest moments of my life. It was like birthing my children and then birthing that movie. And getting to share that. It was like having you two in the birthing suite with me.
Which is
It
your
was
dream.
like,
If you could
yes,
have
it
us.
was, yes, absolutely. That was spectacular. And then I have to mention, it's not in a theater, but I had the best time watching Bad Shabbos with Shai, and his
Oh yeah,
family. That
that
was
was great.
so fun. Mostly because
Oh
our
yeah,
dad, it's about our dad. He's in the movie. So it was very special to watch our dad and Clay in the movie together.
um,
Everybody should go listen to our Daniel Robbins episode because that
yeah.
was an awesome time.
All
Um,
right, and speaking of watching with family members, the best family member, like we should sell tickets for people to watch movies with mom, who narrates
yes.
and talks to the movie the
The
entire time.
entire time. I
The
mean,
entire time. Because I like at this point I'm not sure she's watching it. She's just reacting to images and asking questions and answering the
so
questions.
watching the part 1 of whatever the new season of Stranger Things. We binged it over Thanksgiving. Mom and I binged it together. Watching it with her is my absolute favorite viewing experience with Mom of the Year, because we got to sit through like 4+ hours of television together, snuggled up with her, either hiding under the covers crying or just narrating to me what I was saying. Oh, okay, Becky. So 11 is hurt, but we don't know why she's hurt. We don't know who's doing it to her. We're going to find out. Let's see if we can find out. Like the whole time. And I'm like, I know, Mom, I'm watching it right
For
along
me,
with
I was
you.
watching Freakier Friday with Mom and the kids. Like, we knew it was going to
I
be
watched
great,
the
and we
original with
did.
her. I mean, not the original.
Freakier
the
Friday
Jamie Lee
was
Curtis.
extremely fun with her. I feel like I've seen that twice with her.
Can I tell you about my quick experience with Mom? So I knew I was going to visit Mom post surgery because she had her surgery. So I knew I was going to be there. And the whole time leading up to the surgery, we kept saying, "Okay, we're going to watch Loot together," because we always watch we always watch Loot together. The other seasons we've watched together when she's visiting me. So I'm like, "Okay, Mom, we're going to binge it in like the 3 days I'm with you." And she's like, yeah, totally. So I arrive the first time I'm there. I'm like, okay, like I get on the couch and she pushes play. And I'm watching it, and we watched 2 episodes because that's what was out, or 3 episodes, and I didn't realize that the whole season wasn't going to be out. So we watched 2 or 3 episodes, and I'm like, wow, this season really just starts like it feels like in the middle. And Mom was like, yeah, I know, it's weird. Anyways, let's find something else to watch. Okay, I get home, and I'm listening to Maya Rudolph on a podcast, like promoting the new season, and she's describing the first episode. And I'm like, I did not see that. What the hell did I watch with Mom? And
was it just another show entirely?
No, it's Loop, but Mom full on watched like the first 3 episodes by herself without me. And then when I sat down to watch with her, she picked up where she left off. And so no wonder I was
so
like
sneaky.
No wonder I was like, wow, it really, and I didn't notice the episode numbers.
That's very sneaky.
And I called her on it, and I was like, Mom, you didn't even bother to tell me we were halfway through the season. She was like, oh yeah, whatever. It's fine. Traitor.
That's like when Vlad and I accidentally watched the like 4th episode of Alien Earth, and we were like, man, they just jumped right in with her talking to the aliens. We don't even know who this character is. So bold.
That's
so funny. It's really funny when that happens. Anyways, I love watching that show with Mom.
That
so
I stuck with.
No, I watch it with Mom. I watch it exclusively with Mom, and it's the best. I watch it only with Mom, and it's the best.
Okay.
I only watch it with Mom.
Now, one of our things we talk about on the show is found money. That's when something unexpectedly is way more awesome than what we would have like paid for it, you know? And for me, Predator Badlands, like for the ratio of my expectations to how good it was, that is the biggest winner of the year for me. I love that movie. I have now seen it 1.5 times on the big screen, and I like low-key think that was like one of the best movies of the year. And I think Daniel Trachtenberg is the example of what happens when you give someone a franchise. And then Now You See Me 3, which I wanted to be good desperately, and it was even better, way better than my whole family's expectations combined. And it was
that when we started watching and I was very confused? Yeah. I gotta go watch the first 2.
You were very tired.
The horseman and the eye, and who's a horseman, and you're a horseman.
We were real fine, yes, when we were watching.
Why
the first
are we throwing cards at people's faces?
You don't watch those movies multiple times a year like we do in our house. We watch now like the whole 3 of them.
We need to get on that.
Okay.
All right, Becky, how about
for me, 100%. I just Wayward on Netflix. Didn't even know this show existed. I kept seeing like the little thumbnail for it. Kept showing up on my algorithm. I was like, I don't know what it is. And then I like last second downloaded a bunch of stuff for the flight out here to Mexico and was hooked. And I binged the first 4 episodes in one shot on like one flight, and then the next 4 episodes basically over like the next couple days. Like I was so into it. It was created by Mae Martin, and I find that shocking because Mae Martin's a stand-up, right? Or
they were in,
I don't know.
Well, there's lots.
They were in
like stand-up.
The Flight Attendant. as like
for
a
example,
murderer
Jerry
or something.
No,
Seinfeld.
right. But this but this show is like a mystery show
like a thriller.
about like a mystery thriller about a cult leader and like a creepy town and the like enigmatic cult leader doing weird therapy on wayward teens. Anyways, it was just like I'm like, why would A. Martin create the show? It's just like, anyways. So what I have to say about it is it was fun, it was engaging, it was a great binge. I thought the mystery was really great. I thought the acting was really great. Toni Collette, again, fabulous. And it left it where if it's one season and it's a miniseries, it's tied up enough that it's fine and it ends where it ends.
Wait,
but if
so
they want
is
to
Mae
go
Martin an
back,
actor in this show?
yeah, they're the lead.
Oh, okay, cool.
And if they decide to do a second season, there are tons of threads you could pull at that you want to like unpack parts of the mystery. Now, it is also, for Shai and Lily, your favorite game, it is also obviously extremely Canadian.
Ah.
Like it takes place in Vermont. Takes place in Vermont. It must be shot in Canada. It takes place in Vermont.
I'm
and
sure
like
it's
some
shot
of the
in
Canadian
Ontario.
some of the Canadian actors you know and recognize, and then some of the accents you're like, ooh, you must be from Mississauga. You must be from Hamilton.
Oh, and it has Tatiana Jones
from Murderbot.
From Murderbot.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
So
she is so good in it. Like she plays a really interesting character.
So it's
a mystery. It's a mystery.
Watch this with my kids?
Yeah.
Okay, then this will be a good mystery show to watch with my kids because that's I need a new mystery show.
There's like one explicit scene, but you can just fast forward it.
There's in the league this year. That was a real dicey move.
Jesus. And Euro trip. That was questionable parenting. Mine was Murderbot because I would not have necessarily watched that show. I don't know. And I feel like that's like big found money because I loved that show and it's such a great show to download through a plane.
I haven't finished the season, but
I love the ending. I'm enjoying, I love Skarsgård in anything. And the fact that he's in a comedy or like a sci-fi comedy and the meta
so great
of it all.
I think when you told me that the relationship between him and Dr. Mensa was the key to the show.
Yeah, that's the main
That's when I really got, that's what I'm looking for here, and it really hooked me
in. But it's really cool. And he's so underutilized in comedies.
Yes, he's underutilized in comedies, and I think that I like the side characters a lot. Whereas the show Slow Horses, Becky, you were like, I love the show, but I hate all the side characters. They're so annoying and like dumb. And that's, I guess, the point because they're slow horses. The side characters
once I accepted that the point of the show is that the reason they're slow horses is that they make terrible decisions. They are bad at their jobs. They're incredibly annoying, and no one wants to work with them.
To watch that show.
It's a fun like British CI type whatever MI6 show. And then I thought Friends and Neighbors was fun. Found money to like download for a plane. Rich people mystery. John Hamm, Amanda Peet. It's like a
okay.
You know,
cool.
That's like if you're
I wish they
traveling.
came up with a better name. I feel like that.
It's a dumb name. It's that's too many shows are called that.
We lost Becky.
Okay.
Oh, Becky's back.
And then lost Becky.
She's gone.
Okay. Well, let's keep going though because there's a lot to get through. Best new old thing.
Best new old thing of the year. Okay, best old new thing
God, this never ends. Okay, I'm gonna go with.
We're gonna breeze through this
episode of the podcast or the.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go with the live action remakes of some of the Disney movies.
Becky hates the podcast.
Like, how are we still coming up with topics? The live action remakes of Lilo and Stitch and How to Train Your Dragon. That to me counts as an old new thing. Basically took an old thing and they made it new. And so I'm going to count that. I loved both of them. And then I loved both of them.
Oh my God, they were so good.
Loved both of them.
That's great. I haven't seen either of them.
I thought Lilo and
Stitch. I'm very protective of the first How to Train Your Dragon.
Lilo and
Stitch. It's
really
good.
They added to the story and the depth and the character, which is never done in these remakes. And How to Train Your Dragon was just super exciting, like an exciting way to watch it.
But if
They
they remake
added
How to
one
Train Your
character,
Dragon,
which was
can they
them.
change the other two movies? Because
They're not
I
getting
think they
involved in that.
can.
like a shot-for-shot remake of the first one, A-okay.
Yeah.
The second one, I hate that movie.
Yeah.
Aggressively.
And then, yeah, that's my, what else did I, old new things. Oh, and then this is random. I don't know if it's like my favorite thing of the year. I mean, I wouldn't put it as like a favorite, but I randomly watched for the first time all the Twilight movies this year. I had never seen
Ew,
them.
why?
No,
Well,
I've never watched
I'm not a fan.
What'd you think?
Not a
Although,
fan.
what did you think of that like old baby?
I'm gonna give you my reason why you're making such a face.
Renesmee? Like, what kind of name?
Oh my God, let me speak.
Well,
I
that's a common name
I
in
was
the
laid up in bed for many, many days. And
And you went to the end of the internet and there was nothing left to watch.
And I needed to watch something with absolutely, for me, what would hold for me, no stakes.
Well, they're
Like if you
immortal.
fell asleep?
What could possibly the stakes be?
No, I mean like, no, that's
They're
exactly what I'm
having
saying.
an
Like,
argument with the Illuminati or something.
right.
The
Like
vampire
something that was
Illuminati.
just, and I just feel like the filmmaking in there are some very strong choices that are made.
Well,
And
I
it
heard
makes
there's
it,
animated wolves.
there's just like wildly entertaining things that you're like, man, whoever, like the directors behind these made some like really strong, strange choices.
For the movie, Pattinson refused to get in shape. And so they have to, his abs in that movie when he takes his shirt off are makeup. They're not real. And I'm like, I am behind that. That's what movie magic is for. Not everyone has to work out to be in a movie.
Anyways, I just found them to
support
be,
that.
I found them to be fascinating. I had never seen them before. I was laid up in bed for a few days and I needed to watch something where I could, yeah, like you said, I could fall asleep or I could not feel stressed about what the outcome would be. And I have to tell you, for like the things that I emotionally react to, this did not make me feel stressed. So it was like an easy watch for a few days. Anyways, I had never seen them. And, you know, it's like when I was pregnant, when I was on bed rest, I watched a bunch. It's like watching the Fast and Furious movies. Like these are not things that are like deep in my heart. They just sort of pass the time.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
I'm back on this Pattinson thing. Imagine he had such juice that he could be like, yeah, I'm not working out for this.
I'm not working out.
Like the hell they put people through. I saw Kumail Nanjiani.
I mean, oh my God, with how much
so
he
funny.
worked out.
These are just decorative
I'm the
muscles.
first person ever to be body shamed for working out. It's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. And now he's stuck working out for the rest of his life because he got in shape for that Eternals movie.
I like how he
Which
says
they promised him 6 more movies and it's canceled. And he's so pissed. Pattinson was like, fuck that.
My old new was when I dove down the William Friedkin rabbit hole. Sorcerer, truly one of the coolest movies I've ever seen. One of the greatest practical effects scene, the bridge scene. Anyone who sees the movie, Roy Scheider, amazing. The Lost Boys on Halloween, watching that with Allie was like a rediscovery of how great that movie is. Up at like
so good.
The end. And then in preparation for Highest to Lowest, I watched High Low, Kurosawa's original version of that movie.
That's so cool that you watched that in the theater.
Can I just say,
I watched that at home on HBO.
I
went to see his movie.
I just want to say one more thing in defense of Twilight. Do not forget these movies are anchored by Pattinson and Kristen Stewart, who are both
they aren't the problem of those movies.
They're both
those people. They are not the problem of those movies, Becky.
But that's what I'm saying. It's really funny to go back and watch these strong choices. Like I love them now as actors, but I didn't watch those movies when they came out. So it's really funny to go back, these like incredible actors, and go back and watch this series and be like, oh my God, these movies are so weird, but you two are still amazing actors.
Becky, and also Becky's van friend Facinelli is in those movies.
Oh yeah, my van friend. It's a different story.
Okay. Now we're going to get kind of mean, and let's talk about the things.
It's not mean. These movies deserve it. I would say it to their face.
In general, we're not going after like.
Don't make excuses, Shai. Don't make excuses.
Okay. I'll just tell you, one of the worst movie-going experiences of my life was seeing Dogman.
I saw it in the theater in Spanish, so I went.
And the depth at which I love the first Captain Underpants movie is so deep. And Dogman, I was
And
we were with all these
gives you a
kids.
migraine.
I kept trying to fall asleep.
I felt like I was
maybe
dad getting a migraine. Dad with a migraine. That's what it felt like, right?
Dad watching a comedy with us.
I convinced other moms to come out to the movies with me and their kids because my son is obsessed with this movie and he was so excited. The books, he loves the books.
But did the kids like
their
it?
Kids loved it.
I mean, my son Ari loved it so much.
I know,
The other moms looked at me like with daggers in their eyes.
It's unwatchable.
So what I'll say
no one texted me for a solid 2 weeks after that.
What I'll say here is that we have to remind ourselves, and I've been thinking a lot about this with Mandalorian and
it's
Grogu
for
coming out,
kids.
is that movies
the Christmas
for kids
special
are for kids. And when they imprint on a kid at a certain age, then that becomes
that's great.
That
I'm talking about having to sit through it. If I had just put it on the TV in the living room and walked away or gone to make dinner, fine, let it imprint. But if I have to sit there with like Dolby surround of Dogman,
so loud. It was so incredibly
so
loud.
goddamn loud.
All right, then I want to throw a little stab because my wife always will come to me and be like, I was listening to this pop culture podcast, another podcast, which is a good podcast. They're very successful. I have nothing against them, but she listens to another show, and they recommended blank.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, last night we watched this movie Relay, which is actually from the previous year, but I just want to throw it in as a thing. Riz
Where
Ahmed
do you see it?
And Lily James. It's on Netflix now, and
oh yeah,
a movie where you can see the twist coming from a mile away because the only way to explain how dumb it is if there's a twist. That could have been a very cool movie, kind of like The Conversation with Gene Hackman. Like it was that. Riz Ahmed, amazing actor, right? Lily James, great. Oh, and Sam Worthington.
She's great.
You had great people. And anyways, that did me in. But the real I would say, fail of the year, my old nemesis, coming back to haunt us. Rian Johnson's Knives Out, Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. We all watched that together.
Did we? I don't know if I watched it.
I
don't know if I watched it. I fell into a deep coma in that movie.
I'm very mad at that movie. I'm so disappointed.
I don't care if they're having to watch it.
Because we had one movie night, and it could have been Now You See Me, or it could have been this one, and you had already seen that, so I was like, let's watch something, and it got such everybody was saying it was amazing.
Excited. Great.
I feel like we were being trolled.
Glass Onion is one of my top with my family of 4, along with Now You See Me 3, of movie going experiences where all of us had the best time and then watched the movie a million times over again. So. Here I am expecting Rian Johnson not to screw us. Now, I will say, the first hour of that movie, I thought was amazing and compelling.
It's a different movie.
Excited to see
and then none of it paid off.
None of it
paid off or mattered.
And there was 40 minutes of exposition of Glenn Close explaining you the entire movie at the end, and everybody was like, "Can you repeat that?"
No, thank you.
What?
No, thank you.
But I have a question. I will say
Daniel Craig. I'm sorry. Daniel Craig was supposedly paid $1 million per minute, more than $1 million, 1.1, because he was paid $55 million for the movie or something crazy, apparently. And he's in the movie for 43 minutes. That movie's 2 hours and 24 minutes. He literally just shows up and goes, what? He does nothing. And Glenn Close explains the entire movie, and he was like, I knew that was the truth.
He spends a lot of the movie saying, I can't solve it. I can't
solve this one. It was just not good.
I will say, my favorite thing about Knives Out, Dead Men Can't Dance is that Glenn Close cosplayed as our mother in this movie.
I mean, she always does.
But in this one, when you see her from the head-on shot and you don't see the bun in her hair, it's like Mom.
It's pretty. I mean,
in the movie,
Mom's a star.
Taking pictures and texting them to you during the movie was my favorite part of seeing that movie.
Okay, I know I'm the only person that finished watching Upload, and so therefore I'm very mad.
I didn't stop watching it because I don't like it. I just didn't get back to it.
The last season's it's really a slog. I'm trying, but I had to give up.
Rarely felt so betrayed by an ending.
Oh, God.
I loved that show.
You want to just spoil the ending now?
Yeah.
Spoilers for Upload? Just do it. Come on.
So you know
'Cause
how
I don't wanna
they,
see
you
it
know
if you're
how they
telling me it's
make,
bad.
you know how they make a copy of Robbie Amell, and there's like two of them, right?
There's two of them, yeah.
There's
There
the
is? I
real,
never passed the first season.
There's
so
a
There's
backup. There's a backup, and there's the real one.
right. So the
in real life?
so
They
so
download him. Yeah.
so they download him, and he's downloaded, but he's like really sick because you can't really be downloaded properly. But then a backup is accidentally made, and so the blonde
and restored.
and the blonde girlfriend, in the backup
Are in love.
are in love, and she's
For
kind of
real.
for real, and the backup is in love with the blonde girlfriend. And then Nora and
Is that Andy Allo's character?
yeah, and
Who I love in that.
and basically, so it's like in the end, and they go through all of this stuff and all the drama, and they're uncovering the mysteries and the secrets and the corruption, and they save the day, and then basically in the end, like what seems to be somewhat unnecessarily, the real Robbie, like the real character who gets downloaded, basically he essentially dies. Like parts of his memory are re-uploaded or like kept on a drive, but he dies, and then the backup lives, but then I think the backup gets downloaded, and then he and Ingrid and the blonde girlfriend get to live happily ever after. And then Nora,
What happens to
and
Nora?
Nora has to like go on and live her life without him. And you're like, so
I thought she gets uploaded. I thought because she dies and she gets
doesn't
uploaded.
die. She never dies. So basically, anyways, the point is that the couple and the characters that you've been rooting for the whole time don't end up together, and then like the backup couple get the happy ending, and you're like, what?
That's weird.
And you're like, it was just annoying.
And
I was like, I'm not getting any lessons from this, and I'm annoyed. I don't need her to be like happy in Montreal, which is like a whole other weird, funny thing about like Montreal being this like destination that they want to get to.
Montreal in a show. I support
That's very
that.
good. Anyways, I was very annoyed.
Last category, I already said mine for this because it was this movie Relay, which could have been so good, but just wasn't in the end, which is such a bummer. Almost good, but missed the mark. Beck?
Oh, almost good, but missed the mark for me was like
28 years.
28 years later, because
Which
like
I agree.
the first half of it is so cool. There's like new characters, new rules, new zombies. You're like, oh, you're getting the like updated world, and it's like amazing. And then just like partway through, there's that weird euthanasia scene, and it just, I don't know. It just sort of gets
it's
very
clearly part of a bigger story because
you have like
clearly part of a bigger story
because
it ends because you have Taylor Johnson, who's in
like
the
why
first
would you
half.
put Aaron Taylor Johnson in like the first 25
But
minutes
it
of this
ends
movie?
with the reveal of the villain, the big bad. Is at the end. It's the last shot is just a quick second of the big bad at the end, who's been alluded to the whole time.
Is that
so
Ray
obviously,
no,
it's
not at all.
From the bad guy
He's
from
like,
Sinners. It's the vampire from Sinners.
He's
in
Ray
everything
Fiennes is
now.
like
He's
Ray
fantastic.
Fiennes is kind of just like a
loner,
He's getting
like
his
a
own
crazy
28
loner.
years later spin-off movie, like The Bone Eater or something.
Yeah, but he's not a bad guy. He's like
he's a good guy. He's a doctor.
He's like a doctor, and anyways, it was just sort of like
20 years later, the Bone Temple.
Oh, that's it.
But like the boat.
Okay.
That's
I think we've done.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, that's
All
good.
Too much.
Well, I feel like okay. We ended on a sad note. I realize maybe we shouldn't have.
No, we should. I know. I was just thinking that we should say what we're looking for 2026.
Okay, well, 2026. All right. Well, I have to do a quick Google search to see 2026.
I'm gonna go watch the second half of Stranger Things. I'm like so excited. I'm actually gonna wait till I get home and I can watch it on my TV properly. I'm not gonna watch it on the airplane. I want to have like a great viewing experience for those last few episodes. I'm extremely excited to end the year with that.
I've started watching it and it's fun so far. It got criticized recently for Will's coming out episode with like trashed, but whatever. I don't care. I'm just enjoying it.
Well, I'm looking at there's some really interesting franchise things coming out. One of them, Avengers Doomsday. I'm interested because now they're going to bring back the old characters.
No,
Devil's Wears Prada 2.
Yeah,
I'm
I would
I'm
see
interested.
that.
excited for this. I would
There's
see it,
something
but
called
like
Evil
they're about
Dead
to
Burn.
ruin.
There's something called Evil Dead Burn coming out.
No,
I don't
thank
even know
you.
what that is, but I'm interested.
No, thank
Becky
you.
wants to watch twice.
There is, and
By
then
myself
also
with all the doors
something
unlocked in
called
my house.
Focker-in-Law, and the cover of it is Ben Stiller,
Right.
Robert De Niro,
Uh,
and Ariana Grande. You have me. I'm in.
Okay,
Shai,
I'm curious.
watching it twice.
There's a Street Fighter movie coming.
Yes, I saw the
There's
preview. I'm very excited for that.
Practical Magic 2, Violent
I'm
Night 2,
very
which
nervous
stars-
about Practical
But
Magic too.
I feel like I need to watch it holding Becky's hand.
I'm very nervous.
Becky, we have to watch that together.
I don't know why you'd have to
because
open that up. I'm very nervous.
Violent Night 2
They're gonna
is coming
ruin
out,
it.
and Violent Night 2 is I believe starring MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. So
No
we're gonna see
kidding.
that.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Send Help with Rachel McAdams. I feel like I'm so happy.
I was trying to keep that's
She's
done.
back.
I'm on all of the franchise things. All right,
Sorry.
And then Masters of the Universe is going to be a masterpiece. I don't care.
Oh, right. I knew you were going to be so excited about that.
And Supergirl.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you in 26.
Well, those are all. Wait.
Okay.
And Coyote
I
versus
just-
Acme, which is this movie that
My kids are going to love that. They
well, you know
love
that it was
I
like
can't-
it's been like hidden for years.
Oh yeah,
They
it was
love
shelved
Warner
for
Brothers
years.
stuff.
It was shelved for years, right?
You know what? Your kids do like Warner Brothers stuff. I've never seen
My
kids
kids
go
love
so
Looney
crazy for a
Tunes.
Studios
Looney
game
Tunes.
before a movie. Something
Oh, they
came
love
on
Warner
that-
Brothers. They love, I mean, like
They were
Netflix
like, oh,
cannot
el
buy
Warner,
them.
el hermanos de
They
Warner.
love Looney Tunes.
They
love Looney
those
Tunes.
Toonies Locos.
All right. Well,
All right.
on that note, have a great
All
rest of your vacation.
Bye.
Have a happy New Year.
Love you
Happy
guys.
New Year.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Friday Night Movie, the sibling rivalry and pop culture podcast. Join the Friday Night Movie family by following @FryNightMovie on all of the socials and visiting our website, FryNightMovie.com. Our theme song is by What Does It Eat? And make sure to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening.